Welcome to a perfectly balanced world, captured entirely within glass walls. Beneath the calm surface, life hides in plain sight among the rocks.
Every tiny inhabitant plays a vital role in maintaining this fragile shore.
The balance of this miniature coastline relies entirely on the steady flow of its artificial current.
A sudden surge alters the landscape instantly, testing the grip of every resident below.
For the marine hermit crab, survival means finding anchor in the midst of change.
Every complex marine ecosystem begins with a single foundational layer, carefully laid by hand.
Aragonite sand forms the bed, providing essential minerals and structural stability for the future shore. Shaped with precision, this steep slope will replicate the dynamic energy of a natural coastal shoreline. Carefully adding the prepared salt water begins to bring the miniature coastal ecosystem to life. Introducing living flora like sea grapes establishes the primary biological filtration for our habitat. Porous stones are meticulously stacked to build vital shelters and natural territories for the future residents. Wood and ancient shells are placed, shaping a complex structural topography. The first pioneer arrives, a guarded occupant within a mobile fortress. In the quiet isolation, it waits for the environment to settle. Slowly, the environment's newest inhabitant begins to test its surroundings. Sensitive antennae read the subtle currents of this artificial marine world. With cautious determination, it takes its first steps across the pristine white plain.
Scaling the steep incline, the creature navigates the shifting boundaries of its artificial world.
Every movement requires deliberate grip, traction found within the fine fragments of quartz.
An unexpected newcomer alters the dynamic, introducing competition into the shared space.
A second companion cautiously emerges, adjusting to the unfamiliar boundaries of the glass realm. Together, they begin navigating the structural contours of their shared habitat. A masterfully engineered dual environment, balancing aquatic depths with a pristine sandy shore.
The submerged aquatic landscape rests in perfect equilibrium under the artificial sun.
Every element is meticulously balanced to sustain the incoming life forms. What new creature is about to alter the dynamics of this fragile paradise? The pristine artificial environment stands ready for its new biological inhabitants. Two yellow goby fish settle on the substrate, blending into their new landscape.
Commonly known as the yellow goby, they begin to explore their immediate surroundings.
The yellow goby relies on its surroundings for shelter and safety.
It sifts the substrate carefully, hunting for microscopic organisms hidden below.
Organic particles are trapped, while the processed sand is smoothly expelled.
Brilliant orange patterns reveal themselves as the goby seeks shelter beneath the stones.
With deliberate strength, it hollows out a sanctuary within the shifting grains. Its work complete, the goby leaves a transformed landscape behind. Hidden within the shifting sands, smaller organisms begin to claim their territory. By the fifth day, the sloped landscape has settled into a functional coastal miniature.
On the pristine white shore, the goby watches over its newly claimed domain.
The macro ecosystem reaches structural stability as daily maintenance begins outside the glass walls. Careful preparation ensures that external factors do not disturb the fragile life inside.
5 new cleaners are selected, ready to join the subterranean network.
Each new inhabitant is introduced carefully, establishing their place in the artificial ecosystem. It immediately begins exploring the structural terrain, searching for microscopic algae.
Sensory tentacles taste the water currents, guiding it safely through the new world.
The Trocus snail finds its footing on the highest peaks of the limestone reef. New biological life forms are carefully introduced, altering the tank's delicate dynamics. A tiny marine hermit crab immediately investigates the resident Trocus snail.
Understanding the distinct adaptations between land and marine hermit crabs reveals their unique survival strategies.
Even the smallest inhabitants play a vital role in maintaining the balance of this microhabitat.
On the dry shore, land variants find shelter and sustenance amidst the moss and sand.
Introducing standard pellet diets allows for precise observation of feeding behaviors and preferences.
Testing locomotion on smooth substrates highlights the physical adaptability of their jointed legs.
Back in the primary display, the clean substrate offers an ideal environment for daily activity.
Every microscopic movement reveals how seamlessly these creatures adapt to their environment. By day 14, the sloped landscape forms a perfect division between land and sea. Scattered shells and ancient wood provide essential terrain for the island's future residents. In the lower shallows, the marine life finds stability amid the shifting white sands. On the terrestrial bank, moisture and light accelerate the growth of a dense moss carpet. For the larger inhabitants, the rugged timber provides both a fortress and a hunting ground. On the terrestrial bank, the newly introduced flora attracts eager attention. Every microscopic movement plays a vital role in navigating this engineered landscape. Venturing across the stark white plains, it adapts to the open terrain. Quiet structures on the sand hide the subtle shifts of life within. A cautious explorer begins to reveal itself to the environment. Two different worlds share the stark, open expanse of the tank floor. A silent standoff begins on the open sands of the tank floor.
Sensory feelers bridge the gap between two very different worlds.
Interest fades, and the crab continues its slow march across the terrain. The artificial biome stands in delicate balance, awaiting its next environmental test. A sudden simulated deluge triggers an immediate adaptive shift across the terrain. Instinct drives the crustacean toward the nearest shelter as the rain intensifies. Finding immediate shelter, the crab waits out the artificial deluge in safety.
Maintaining the subtle chemical balance of this micro-world requires constant verification.
A precise gravity reading of 1.024 confirms optimal conditions for marine life. The artificial biome thrives within a carefully balanced, highly controlled aquatic environment.
A precise salinity level of 1.023 ensures the perfect stability for marine life.
In the wild, these conditions mirror the volatile power of a crashing sea.
To simulate an oncoming ocean storm, a mechanical current pump is introduced. The sudden current disrupts the calm, churning the white sand into chaos.
For the small yellow goby, finding immediate shelter is a matter of survival.
On the shifting floor, the artificial current tests the grip of every inhabitant.
Along the glass walls, anchors hold fast against the raging artificial tide. With the simulation concluded, stillness slowly returns to the micro-reef. By day 18, the simulated storm has passed, leaving a tranquil, restored sanctuary.
On the mossy shores, land dwellers explore the damp terrain with careful precision.
Below the surface, life returns to its patient rhythm across the unblemished stones. On the sandy floor, the marine hermit crab claims its path across the pristine terrain. Every movement is deliberate as it navigates the vast, submerged plains of its enclosed world. A sudden disruption descends from above, signaling a new addition to the reef.
A new resident prepares to enter this carefully balanced miniature marine world.